Hey everyone, Andrew Logan here. Great to be with you for another video. And today I want to talk about compensation plans and in particular, the most important number in your compensation plan. And the paradox here is that it's often the least most talked about thing in your compensation plan. In fact, I'm going to guess most of you probably don't know this number. Now this number is constant across every company, every different type of compensation plan, your binaries, your matrices, your breakaways, your hybrids, all those sorts of things. Every single person in this industry has this number in their compensation plan, but I would say about 99.9% of people don't know this number. Now, when we bring people in and we talk about our comp plan, we talk about the upfront bonuses, how to get started, fast start. If you do this and you'll make $500 in your first week, if you can find 2 people, those sorts of things, that's awesome. We want to get people started. We want them seeing results. They're going to believe in our industry more if they see results. And then we've got our back end. So we've got our residual income component. This is what happens when you grow a team. This is what happens when people reorder. This is what can happen in 5-10 years, and we can paint that vision that everyone who's still ordering in 5-10 years is worth this much money, right? But the most important thing is to have what we call the ALV. And that is the average lifetime value. Now, whether you call them customers, associates, distributors, enrollments, doesn't matter. The average lifetime value of every person you bring into this business, every person that you personally sponsor, and their average lifetime value. Because this is how we paint the long-term vision. And if we can understand this and if we can calculate it ourselves, and then we can go out there and teach people how to calculate that, and they can see the long-term vision and they can see this number growing, that's when we get consistency. When people see this number growing, that's when they're really bought in. That's when they'll never quit, because they understand the value of keeping people and growing a team, and this as a long-term wealth creation strategy. So how do you calculate it? Really, really simple. So first thing you need to do is you need to figure out how much money you have made so far, okay? Now your company might provide that. You might be able to just go into your back office, hit a button or hit a report or something and it will come up. Maybe you need to ring your customer care and just say, hey, I was just wondering, I just want to do this thing. How much have I made? And we're going to do it with our team. So could you figure it out for these people as well? Or maybe they need to ring in themselves for privacy reasons. Maybe you need to just get an Excel spreadsheet, okay? Copy and paste, get all your compensation numbers out of the back office, copy and paste it, put it in an Excel spreadsheet and get a number at the bottom. But let's say you've been doing this for a little while and you've brought in, $10,000 so far. And you brought in $10,000. And you also say, you know what, I've brought in 50 people. So I've brought in $10,000 total and I've brought in 50 customers. So when we look at this up front, it might be, like $50 for bringing someone in, and we can look at that. And go, okay, well, every person I bring in, that's $50. But obviously there's no financial freedom in that. If I'm gonna go out and just bring people in every week, I'm not financially free. We wanna look at, okay, how much is here? And then how can I grow this? Now, the great thing about our industry is if we can work with people, we're gonna find most of these 50 people won't do much. That's human nature. Probably about 40 of them won't do anything. Some of them might just kind of buy one product and then leave. Others, they might love the products and they'll use them forever, but they'll never tell anyone what they're doing. But about 40 of them won't do anything, but 10 will, right? And 10 might go out and tell their story to a few people. They might go out and tell, there might be one person in there who tells hundreds of people. We never know, right? We never know who those aces in the deck are. But the 50 people we enroll all have the potential to do amazing things. And the saying I like to do is you can count the seeds in an apple, but you can't count the apples in a seed, right? So you can cut open an apple and see that there's 10 seeds in an apple. But if you plant all those 10 seeds, 8 might do nothing, 1 might grow a small tree, 1 might grow this enormous apple tree that provides apples for generations. We just need that one that goes into some good soil, is taken care of, is watered well, and grows. So we can count the number of enrollments, but we can't count the people that one enrollment could bring in, because we never know. That's the amazing thing about this industry. But this average lifetime value helps us understand that. So if we're going to sit there and say, okay, so I've got 50 people, okay, I've brought in, $10,000, and that's 50 people. So the average lifetime value is $200 now per person I've brought in. So I've got $50 for bringing them in as an upfront bonus, and some of them, I took that $50 and then they never even messaged me back. Some of them sent their products back before it even arrived. Who knows what happened there, right? Some of them are still ordering. Some of them have gone on and told other friends, and I'm getting this back-end commission. And then what I know is, okay, every customer now isn't worth $50, but they're worth $200. And my goal is to grow this. How do I grow the lifetime value? Because if we want financial freedom, we want to keep earning money 5, 10, 15, 20 years, right? The lifetime value of every person I bring in. So I'm going to sit there and say, okay, well, I'm going to keep bringing in more people, but I want to help these people grow their lifetime values as well. The 4 or 5 people here who are sharing their story as well and bringing other people in, how do we help them understand this number? Help them see that, every customer you bring in isn't just $50 up front, but so far it's $200 a lifetime, and it's going to grow. And we take better care of them. And then we come back, in a year's time, and we've grown our business and we've done all those things. And then suddenly it's like, we've really grown our business. We're really having acceleration. We've brought in 50 more people. We've got $40,000, but because we're in momentum, we're growing. We've got systems in place. We've got tools, all those sorts of things. So now the average lifetime value is $400 a customer. So now I'm thinking every customer, I'm going to hustle even more, right? I'm starting to see this long-term thing. I'm starting to see the long-term vision. We often see people hustle a lot at the start, and then as they get in, as they go further in, I don't need to enroll anymore. I don't need to push hard anymore. I'm making $10,000 a week residual. I don't need that $50 sign-up bonus. You know what? If every customer, we understood the lifetime value of every customer was $10,000, we'd be hustling every week for those enrollments, wouldn't we? We'd be hustling out there to grow this and find those people, help them find their people, and help them grow. So when someone says to you, oh, I'm looking at that thing, tell me about this thing. And if you say, oh, look, you bring someone in, you get $50, they're not as interested. You can say, well, you know what? I've been doing this for 2 years now, and pretty much about every person I bring in is worth $400 to me, because I get $50 up front, but there's all these back ends. And they refer other people as well. And I'm only 2 years in. Last year it was $200. This year it's $400. My goal for next year is like $1,000. Suddenly that's a different story to tell people, right? Suddenly everyone like, oh, actually $400 a person. Now I'm interested. Now tell me, well, that sounds 8 times better than $50 a person. And we keep growing that, right? And imagine if we knew that every single person we spoke to, every customer we brought in was worth $1,000, $2,000, $5,000, $10,000 over their lifetime. And obviously, the longer you stay in, the more people you bring in, and the more you grow your team, the more this grows. And the more it helps us stay in the game, the more it helps us understand, the more it helps us see the super long-term vision of really setting people up for success and having an amazing residual income business. So guys, my homework for you is, now that you've watched this video, my homework is to go out and calculate this value and then set a goal, set a plan to grow that next year, to make this bigger, because every year we grow, it should technically grow every year. If we've got our retention systems in place, we've got our customer systems in place, we've got tools and scripts and that to help people launch, to help people get moving, to help people, build their own business, share their story as well, we can grow this. And we can get to a point where every customer is worth $5,000, $10,000, and that is life-changing for you and for them. Because if they're worth $5,000, you've taken great care of them, they're reordering regularly, and they're telling people. And if you've earned $5,000, they've probably earned a lot of money too. And that's the greatest thing about our industry. So guys, if you do want help with that, if you want help with what to say, how to grow a team, click the link below. I'll send you a free copy of my book. It's called The Way Out, 7 Steps to Financial Freedom Through Network Marketing. I'll go through the exact process that you need to do that step by step to build your business and create those duplication systems and tools, okay? Otherwise, guys, if you got value out of this, greatly appreciate a thumbs up, drop a comment below, let me know you're learning. If you got value out of these videos, if you're watching them and you haven't subscribed yet, I'd really appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button, and I'll be back very soon with another video, guys. See you then.